Students, this is a lesson on congruent triangles. Remember that a congruent triangle has 6 parts that correspond all 3 sides, and all 3 angles perfectly correspond, so that you could lay one on top of the other and you wouldn't be able to see the difference. When we're proving congruent triangles, we can use 5 different postulates. One is SSS, side, side, side. One is SAS, side, angle, side, or as I lovingly like to call it, #taco. Another one is angle, side, angle. Another is angle, angle, side. And our last one, hypotenuse, leg. And we'll talk more specifically about that one as well. So we are going to choose one of these to prove that the 2 triangles are congruent. So let's look at our first example. In number 1, here on this worksheet, we have all the different sides. This side goes with this side. That's one S. This side goes with this side. That's another S. And this side goes with this side. That's another S. Side, side, side. Side, side, side. Because those are corresponding to each other, we can prove that these 2 triangles are congruent with only just those 3 pieces of information. And that also means that each of the angles then are also congruent. So all 6 are proven with just those 3. Okay, let's look at this one right here. This side is congruent to this side. This side is congruent to this side. And then we have to do a little bit of work. We're given those 2 sides, but then we have to find out whether or not there is another piece of information. And there is. We find out that this side right here is the 3rd piece that we need. And if you can look at it carefully, and notice that I have an example of these triangles right here. If I have these triangles, the line that it shares right down the middle is the reflexive property. It says that the line right there is one line, but it is the line that makes the 3 parts of this triangle, but it is also the line that makes the 3 parts of this triangle. So by reflexive property, because it is reflected, then this line right here counts as the 3rd side. So these 2 triangles are congruent by side, side, side. Let's go over to this next one. This side is congruent to this side. This angle is congruent to this angle. And this side is congruent to this side. This is a tricky one because we're going to look and see if it works. I have side, angle, side, right? But here, I have side, side, angle. So these are not congruent to each other because the parts are not corresponding. All right, so there's not enough information unless we go ahead and talk about how this is reflective right here. So they also shared this side right here. So if we look just at this triangle right here, side, 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 side. Let's see if it's the same order. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The fact that these are also corresponding only means that there's another one that they share that is also the same. So this is congruent by side, 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 not by angle, side, because these two angles are in different spots. Okay, number 2 on this sheet. This side is congruent to this side. This angle is a 90-degree angle. And whenever you see a 90-degree angle, you have to check real quick if this is hypotenuse leg. Hypotenuse leg says that if the hypotenuse, the opposite side of the 90-degree is the hypotenuse side. So this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse, but there's no information, so we can't prove hypotenuse leg. We would need this to match, and we would need one of those sides to also match, as well as have the 90 degrees. So this is not hypotenuse leg. So let's see if we can prove it some other way. So, but the 90 degrees do match, and then this side corresponds with this side. And then we have our taco, side, angle, side, side, angle, side. Okay, for those of you who don't know about the taco analogy, this is one side of the taco. Here's the taco meat, and here's the other side of the taco. Okay, the next one, we have all angles. So we have this angle that goes with this one, this angle that goes with this one, and this angle that goes with this one. Angle, angle, angle. However, that only proves similarity. It's not enough information to prove that they're congruent. So we have our 5 postulates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we also have angle, angle, which is not enough information, and SSA, which is also not enough information. Okay, and that's the case for this one, not enough information. Number 10, this is congruent to this. Also, this is congruent to this, and this is congruent to this. Those single markings means that each of the sides are congruent to each other, but they also have corresponding parts. They're all corresponding, and they are 2 congruent triangles by side, side, side. This ends part 1 of congruent triangles.